back outside. It's another beautiful day. Today we're going to be outside. We're going to be doing a little bit of Muay Thai, as you can tell by our outfit. Maybe not force us to wear the same clothes for everything, but we're going to do some Muay Thai today. Today we're going to work on some ranges, and we're going to have a pretty good time today. We're both going to put some gloves on, maybe do a little bit more of that drilling that we worked the other day. I really like to train outside. Muay Thai is one of the perfect activities to get outside with, get some vitamin D. We've been locked in the house a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on. Make sure you're getting outside still. All right, got anything to say for us? Time for the corporate show.
Remember, guys, if you like what you see here, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us out. And when you subscribe, you'll be able to see our content more often and you're recommended. So,
do it now!
Scared the neighbors.
First thing we need to do is we're going to both get a pair of gloves on, okay? So let's go do that. Alright, so we're going to work on some distancing, we're going to work on some fakes, all kinds of stuff today. Alright, so we're going to review the ranges again real quick. Number one range is going to be out. Most of our fakes are going to occur in this range where we're on the outside. We're not touching our partner. I can't land a kick on him. He can't land a kick on me. Alright, this is the range that's out. That's where we're probably going to throw most of our fakes. Can you come in a little bit? You're out of the camera for us. That's where we're going to throw most of our fakes, okay? When we're in kicking range, it's a little bit too close to throw some fakes. We're going to show why in a little bit. But step over maybe just a little bit there so it's right. When we're in range where we can kick each other and he can kick me, this is kicking range, all right? Once we're in kicking range, we're already at a range where we're engaged in the fight. So we have to make sure our hands are up. We have to be in the fight when we're in the kicking range. When we're out, this is when you can see guys with their hands down, relaxing a little bit more. It's never safe to have your hands down, but if you're going to have your hands down, you should have them down when you're outside of kicking range. Once you're in kicking range, your hands need to be up, okay? Then there's punching range where we can actually hit each other punching-wise, all right? So if my goal is to punch my opponent, I obviously need to get into punching range, all right? And then there's elbow and knee range, boom, where we're a little bit closer than punching range. Usually at elbow to knee range, you can't kick anymore. And then there's grappling range, where you're inside actually tied up, all right? So let's look at these ranges a little bit. If I fake in kicking or punching range, I can get hit right here. So if I fake inside range where I can get hit, like punching or kicking range, a lot of times I'm going to get cracked because he's going to already be reacting to what I do, all right? So my fake does not have time to take effect. If maybe I'm fighting someone that's really, really bad, or maybe they're like got an IQ of like 3, and when I move, they have to think about what to do. Maybe I can fake in that range, but I would say probably don't fake in that range unless you're fighting someone as dumb as me. All right. If you fake at this outside range, this is where we want to fake. See, I'm drawing force up. I'm making them do stuff. Now I can come in and I can attack them with a strike. All right. So when I fake, I can just move my shoulder. I can pull my shoulder back. I can go forward with a little bit of fake jab. I can throw like a little light jab like that. There's a lot of fakes I can use. Any one of them is okay, all right? So when I fake it, this alone can be a fake. If Forrest just sees my hands, he's going to react to it, okay, if we're in a fight. That little bit, I don't need to be like, to fake, all right? It doesn't have to be a huge example. I see that all the time when guys are fighting. They're like, and this is what they literally look like sometimes when kids fight. So we don't want to see that. We still want to be here. Maybe bring your shoulder forward or bring your hand back just a little bit. That's all the fakes we need to do. All we need to do is try and get a little bit of reaction, all right? So if I fake force a little bit, I get a little bit of reaction just like that. Now I can come forward with a jab, step over, and hit my cross, all right? I'm trying to distract them. If I want to go to the body, I definitely got to fake. Boom, fake, high, low, all right? Forrest doesn't even know where I'm going when I start doing stuff like that, okay? But if I come in every time with the same thing, Forrest is going to start to tie me, okay? And he's really going to start to hit on me. So what we can do is we can practice doing this in one or two ways, okay? One, we can just have our hands out like this, and we can take, touch your hand or your knuckles to that, and take one step back. One step back. This is the range where you should start your fakes at. So now when you fake, I'm going to react, and now you can do something to attack me, all right? So a really good drill to really get your fakes in is come, touch glove to glove, take one step back. All right, this is faking range. This is out. So now we're clear. I can't land a kick here. All right, unless I'm super tall, my partner's super short. Maybe I have to go back a little bit farther. But that's a pretty good indication of how to get into the range that you need to be in. Okay, so if you want to drill and practice, know where that range is, touch up, 1 step back. All right? Pretty simple, right? So this is the range you should be faking at from now on. All right? I don't want you to be in here and like, right? That's why I keep touching you sometimes. So if I fake here, throw a right straight. Yes. Right? If you're timing my hand, which a lot of people do, when you see my hand move, you're going to throw that right, you're going to beat me because I'm throwing a fake from too far away. All right? So if I throw out here and you throw your right, boom, now I got you leaning and I'm going to end up hitting you. Do you ever notice when I fight you that you're always leaning all the time?
Yeah.
That's why. All right? Because I fake you at range and then you come forward and you're really long. That's why you're always leaning. I thought since last time I watched a video today at work, I thought I'd explain that to you, why you're always leaning. All right? And that's one of the reasons why. Okay? So don't be like me. Don't be like Forrest. Make sure that you guys are fighting from the correct range when you're faking. All right? Make sense? Second thing I want to talk about is head movement. All right? This is the opposite of faking range. All right? So a lot of times I see we're out here, we're at this range, and now we're moving our head when the guy can't hit us. All right? And then we get in punching range and we're like this. Chin up, hands out. Okay? So if you guys can reverse what you're doing, you guys will be really, really good fighters, okay? So when you're in range and you throw a punch, this is when you should be moving your head. See how when I punch, I move my head a little bit, I punch, I'm going to move my head a little bit. If I leave my head on the same line all the time, eventually Forrest is going to tee off on me. And this is a habit that even really good fighters have when they get tired. When we get really tired in the second and third round, we're like, ha, ha, and we're just swinging for the fences. We don't move our head anymore, all right? The harder you throw the punch, the more likely it is that your head is not moving, okay? So when you're throwing your punches, make sure you're trying to stay disciplined so you can move your head, okay? When you're thinking about moving your head, if I draw a straight line down through my nose, through my body, if my nose stays on that line when I'm punching, I'm probably going to get hit. So if the line is right here, when I punch, boom, I move my head a little bit. When I punch, I move my head a little bit, okay? Boom, I'm moving my head off center. Sometimes I can move my whole body to move the head off center from where the punch starts. All right, now my head's off center even though I didn't really move my head at all, all right? For you slower, more unathletic people like me, that's what I do. I use my feet to move my head, okay? Because I'm not so good at moving my head and bobbing and weaving, but we can do that too. Forrest is really good at that, actually.
There's a bee.
Where?
In the flowers over there.
It's just a bee.
We're going to be moving a lot.
All right, so if Forrest, you stand up where the camera can see you. Facing me. Forrest is just going to do the slip throw that we did earlier. So when Forrest moves his head, he's just going to slip to the outside. All right, okay? If you slip on entry and then throw a right hand, slip and then throw a right hand, boom. It's going to help you close the distance and make sure your head's offline. Boom, boom, all right? So we can put the two together now. All right, so turn this way. We'll be at the range. Forrest is going to fake. Draws my jab, steps in, and throws his right, okay? Or you can step in the other way if you want, throw your right, whatever you want to do, all right? So Forrest is going to fake. I'm going to return. He's going to step over and hit, okay? These are all drills that we can do to get a little bit better at breaching the gap and entering. Same thing with setting up our kicks, okay? A lot of us throw our kicks without setting it up at all, okay? I do that sometimes too. I can't say that I don't. But I got knocked out in a fight doing that, all right? Don't want to do that. This is called a naked kick. If I kick without anything behind it, it's a naked kick, all right? If you throw a naked kick enough times, the person's going to counter you. So as soon as you get in a kicking range, they're going to step down and hit. So a lot of times you want to try and set up your kicks a little bit. All right? So you have them moving when you're trying to throw your combinations, okay? If they set, and they're set every time you kick them, sooner or later they're going to bite down on a leg kick or a body kick, and they're going to crack you. I just did some rounds with Pat Nix, and dude, he does that same thing every time. He's going to bite down on that kick. He's going to get you. All right? So you want to make sure when you're doing these techniques that you're setting up your kicks a little bit, okay, so they can't time you. Boom, 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 or high, low, high, low. There's all kinds of setups that we can do, but I just want to take a couple minutes and go over the motions real quick, okay? We're gonna keep this one short because it's beautiful out. You got anything else to add?
No?
Well, how do you feel when you're fighting outside at range?
Outside here?
Yeah.
Sometimes I struggle to get in, especially with somebody who's like a little heavier handed.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna get caught.
So,
Or other times I'm just errantly kicking.
right. And that's why I feel like with you a lot, you were kicking from the outside all the time. You're here, you're like, yeah, and you bring your head back because you don't want to get hit, right? So, fake, boom, stop, bow, and come out. All right, this is the kind of stuff you want to work on. So if you're like Forrest and you're kind of having a little bit of trouble with that, let's turn this way so my back's to the camera. I can throw a jab, and I'm going to step out a little bit, boom. See I'm stepping to the outside? This is clearing me from Forrest's right hand right now. So his right hand can't hit. My hands are up. I'm going to throw my leg kick with a big step. I'm going to step across his body. I'm going to step across his body while our gloves are touching. Hit and angle off. And now I usually throw another jab to keep him from following. And that's a pretty simple way to land that leg kick for you. So why don't you try a couple times?
So it's
Jab, step across so you can't hit. Yep. You're going to jab. No. Yeah, you're going to jab and step to the outside. Boom. Now you're going to step across with your lead leg, kick, and then turn back. Yeah. But pop that jab right there. All right, so do it again. Jab. Oh, yeah, good, but a real jab. Right? Jab. Boom. Step out. Kick. Now stop right here. Real jab. Out. Pop. Yeah. And use that jab to step you back. So, punch and step back. No, just punch and step back. Jab and step back. Good. Do it again. Make contact and use that contact to push you back. Yeah. No. So it's here. Hold your hand right here. Hold your hand. So as I jab, I'm going to use this as a frame to step back. Right. So as I make contact,
I can't reach.
as you make step closer. As you make yes, just like that. Again. Good. Again. Good. Now come over here. Do the whole thing again. All right. Jab. Step across. Kick, jab. Good. That's perfect. Now you're in, you're out, and you land your leg kick. All right. Do it one more time. Add a fake from outside. So when you're outside of range, add just a little fake. Yeah. Ah. Good. Perfect. All right. And that's gonna help you land that leg kick. That's about all we got for today. Got anything else?
If you're still here, don't forget to hit the notification bell. It'll notify you whenever we upload. So you know whenever we upload.
Awesome. All right. We're going to try and put these out 3 times a week now. 6 times a week is a lot of work, so we're going to try and put 3 out a week in a podcast. All right? Thank you guys. Surika. One last thing. Ajahn Chai is having an online seminar. I'll put a link into it at the end of this. Check it out.
So?
Mm-hmm.